You might tell yourself you have to learn something new, but later on you'll be like, no, let me have a few moments of rest and reply just one or two messages, then 1 minute on social media. This happens to us every time, and most of the time we tend to ignore it and say, I'm just relaxing, nothing bad about that. I've not said relaxation is bad or relaxation is not good for your health, but too much of anything is usually bad. Today, let's see how we can make learning part of you and remove the idea that learning requires much effort and time, even though sometimes it does. If learning was an art, why not become the Picasso of it? I'm not going to give you a bunch of tips for you to memorize them or keep them in mind. You know, it won't be that obvious. So today I'm just going to talk and you listen to me up to the end. You must not wait for months, years, or even decades to see yourself as a different person, because learning every day already makes you a different person. If you're able to learn on a daily basis, you'll be different from the you of yesterday. Olivier Homeless once said, "A mind that is stretched by a new experience can never go back to its old dimensions." That's why learning makes you stand out from others. You can make the difference between you and your colleagues or your mates just due to the fact that you are able to learn faster than them. Your mind is flexible enough to learn anything, no matter how old you can be. You just need to have a certain understanding of things, relate new ideas, have critical thinking, and develop your new skills, which can be musical instrument, language, exercise, art, marketing. It can be anything, and these new skills will surely help you reach your goals and objectives. I tell you, nothing is done for nothing. You can tell yourself there's no time, but the truth is that there's no time because you don't create time for it. In order to be a good learner, you need to put all the negative thoughts aside before you get started. And the first step or the first asset you need to have is willpower. Willpower can sound obviously like willingness to do something, but actually willpower is more self-control. Even though you can still call it determination, drive, resolve, or simply self-discipline. Willpower is the ability to keep aside your short-term satisfaction in order to meet your long-term goals. You know, staying away from distraction that will slow down your progress. Understanding the role of willpower in your learning quest is very efficient in shaping your mind in adapting healthy behaviors, making good decisions, and knowing your capabilities. To improve your willpower or to have much self-control, you can use the out of sight and out of mind technique. It consists of putting distraction out of your reach or making it not easily accessible to you. See, you can't easily stop social media if social media app is the first thing on your screen, or stop smoking cigarette if a packet of cigarette is the first thing you see on your table. You need much willpower to do a bunch of stuff. That's why willpower is vulnerable to overuse and fatigue. But it's advisable to start activities that requires high concentration and effort before going to lower ones. So consider your willpower as a muscle. The more you exercise, the more it gets tired. But the advantage is that regular exercise makes a muscle stronger. So constant exercising your willpower will make you feel capable of achieving many things. To learn something new, it is also very important to know what you assimilate best, so your learning can be fast and productive. That is why I vaguely distinguish them into two, the concepts and facts. A concept is an abstract idea generalized from particular evidence, whereas a fact is something that is known to be true. To make it simple, the concept is just the basis you need to understand about what you want to learn, while the facts are those things you are supposed to memorize, which will help you in the learning course. Let us take an example of actors in movies. We can think they memorize and rehearse what they are supposed to say in a movie, but not really. Most actors do not learn by simply concentrating on their scripts and rehearsing what they are going to say. What they do is they go deeper. They actually learn the context of the scene, their character's personality and motivations, and then memorize the important words they are going to use in the scene. So you see that they first grab the concept of what they are doing. Now memorizing the facts that they have to say becomes a child's play. Even a student, when he's supposed to read a certain subject, if the student has understood the fundamentals of that subject, then memorizing some facts later on will just be easy for that student. The next thing to do is mind preparation. Stop and arrange your program in a way you're going to take it chronologically. You can't just start anything all of a sudden, or stop your previous behavior all of a sudden and expect your mind and and body to adapt all of a sudden to. Now, things does not work like that. Take your time and let things go smoothly. You can do something like meditation. Watch videos on how to meditate. You need to first sort out the difference between what you want to do, what you need to do, what you have to do, and what you can do. Don't try to start by making long lists. No, just know your talent, the field in which you feel comfortable, what's important to you. Without also forgetting your responsibilities. Make your imagination work. They say a cannon can kill people, but imagination can build people. Given your imagination in the context of what you want to learn. Don't go imagine yourself as Spider-Man. That's a little bit exaggerated. Then we have, if not the most, it is one of the most distracting things humanity have ever had: social media. Normally, internet and smartphones enable us to be permanently connected to the rest of the world and be updated about what's going on. But the big disadvantage is that it can permanently distract us too. It's very important to understand the role of social media distraction in your learning quest so that you should know how to deal with it. You need to be realistic. You need to accept the fact that social media is a distraction. Don't just say no, it's just one message, just some few minutes, I can deal with it. Or worst of all, think of even multitasking. Things does not work that way. It's true that some people are capable of multitasking, but in reality, if you want to get the best out of your learning abilities, you need to learn how to do one thing at a time. Okay. Now, in case that day is going to be a busy day, or you absolutely need to text that guy that day, or absolutely need to be online that day, you can try the Pomodoro Technique. It ensures optimal learning and focus while maintaining mental freshness. The Pomodoro Technique consists of 25 minutes of learning, 5 minutes of rest or relaxation, which is called a Pomodoro cycle. You can take 10 minutes of rest after about 10 Pomodoro cycle. You'll be able to use those 10 minutes and be connected and do what's important. Even beginners who find it difficult to concentrate can use this technique. It is very effective and non-demanding. Now we come to the most important point of all: consistency. It is not one thing that we do or something you do once in a while that shapes our life. It is what we do consistently. Consistency is about focusing on a task at hand, on the present moment, while maintaining a long-term vision. When you do something consistently, you will get feedbacks, and it is with this feedback that are going to know how to shape the course of your learning in a way it is going to fit you. So in the beginning, it must not be perfect, since you are the one to make it part of you. You are the one to shape it in a way it is going to suit you. So rather than giving up from the beginning, it is better to be consistent first of all. Normally, we all know how essential consistency is in our learning course, but we still struggle with the idea of being consistent. And it is mostly due to the fact that we tend to stick on things of short-term benefits rather than maintaining progress and getting long-term results. If you find it difficult to be consistent, put 3 things in mind. 1, patience. Patience. What will make you watch this video up to the end? Belief. Just believe in yourself, in your talent. Value what you're learning, because what you're learning now is going to help you come out from a difficult situation later on. And this, it is true that it is not very artistic as work, but at least hope the message passed, and let us start our journey towards a better life. Thanks for watching.